Ayo, we live? I think we're live. I think we did it. Hold on, I gotta check a lot of buttons all of a sudden. Because I had to do some weird stuff to make this work. That looks good. That looks good. Okay, the only thing missing now is music. So let's get a playlist rolling. Path to Nowhere OST. I'm just gonna blare your eardrums out unless I catch it early. That should be reasonable. Actually, that's a little quiet, ain't it? It's a little on the quiet side. I'll let you guys figure it out. All right, now just double check to make sure that I am live. Because YouTube is weird sometimes, and sometimes I think I'm live and I'm not. Okay, yes, I am live. All right, look at that. Well, for those who are catching the start of this, we are going to do our dailies real quick. Apparently Ash and Memories started today. Oh, it's a puzzle game. I love these fucking puzzle games. I'm like a small little child when it comes to these puzzle games. Okay, this is at the top, somewhere around there. This is the left side. Yeah, makes sense. This is also a top piece that interlocks with that. Middle piece will ignore you. Your bottom right corner piece. Yep. You also a bottom piece. Connecting there. No, connecting further down. Means you connect the two. Okay, and you go into the corner. Should have known that before. Okay, top right corner, easy. Okay, I guess you're top left corner, easy. This is the top right corner. Okay, and now we just smush all the middle pieces in here. Nope. You're obviously on the end cap. This piece goes there, and that piece goes correct way there. Hell fucking yeah. I don't know what that is. We did it. We got it. What do we get at the end of this? Okay, that's not a bad title there. It looks alright. A little hard to read. I do this every time. I forget to put it on shuffle. So I get this really lame song that I don't like. Eddie's Royal Game. Okay, that's a song. Okay, hold on. I'm going to check something real quick because my internet connection is apparently not as good as I need it to be. Alright, you guys let me know if the stream starts acting weird. I hope it's not weird, but you never know. Okay, dailies. Let's dump all of this excess energy we have. Oh, yeah, my internet's real bad, huh? Ooh. Alright. Technical difficulties. As my path to nowhere drops connection. Bringing the game back up. Give me a sec, guys. Okay, and we are back. No. I don't want to go into the event yet. I want to spend all of this sanity. Stamina? Sanity, stamina, same thing, right? Okay, the songs are like... Some songs are loud, some songs are quiet, and this one's a loud one. I'm gonna turn the volume down a bit. I think my sweet spot is like between -30 and 25. And that song was jumping up to a little bit above -25. Okay, that'll do. Keep it there. If it's too quiet, let me know, but I think that's the sweet spot. Hey, F8, good to see you again. Nope, not doing that. Just needed to hit the Oblivion Pit. So many yellow dots to click. How am I supposed to play this game without clicking every yellow dot? So the objective for today is that we, first of all, we catch up on the Synex story. That's goal 1. And then we do other things. Preparing my ritual so that Hela and Catherine won't hate me. Yeah, good luck. Good luck. By no path to nowhere, Banner either loves or hates you, and there's very little in between. You get the sinner that you want in 10 pulls, you get them S5 in like 200 pulls, or it takes you 160 to get your first copy. That's just the name of the game. Big old love-hate relationship. Okay. Almost done with random dailies. This is a very popular song in game. They use it all the time to convey silly moments. Very good song to convey silly moments. Okay, we're done with dailies, and we can start doing the event. We've got a week to finish this bad boy. And then the event comes out and we have, or the anniversary comes out and we have so much more story to dive into. So quickly. June 23rd, NF-115, Senate Reception Room, Fraser City. Fraser City, we're going back there. Well, let me turn my in-game volume up. You guys can't hear my game, but I can. In the reception room, the blonde noble struggles to contain her fury. What? Both of them have gone missing? Yes. The Institute is still doing everything possible to locate them. However, given the highly sensitive nature of the disappearance site, I advise preparing for the worst-case scenario. Should the search prove unsuccessful, we will initiate a formal inquiry into the city on the grounds of suspected espionage. Wait, this must be a misunderstanding. They were instrumental in solving the Fuhrer incident. I explicitly detailed their contributions in my report to the Senate. It's possible that the city deployed those two to Fuhrer with the express purpose of gathering detailed intelligence on the Apostle of Ashes and Aurum Secretum. You... Miss Hypatia, while I understand your concerns, I must caution you. The statement alone could warrant your imprisonment and trial alongside them. Rage nearly overwhelms her. The girl closes her eyes momentarily, quickly regaining control of her emotions. Too long away, she has almost forgotten how to navigate their games. Oh, I haven't even gotten to the event bosses yet. I haven't tried the peak path test yet either. How long is the peak path test up? Is that up long enough for me to use Augustus on it? Because I'd like to just try and min-max Augustus there. I understand like the meta to clear that is like use a summon team or some other like super overpowered dedicated team. But I want to play around with Augustus. Mr. Shane, you questioning my integrity or that of my family? If you truly intend to press the baseless allegations against Campbell, then by all means proceed. Though I do wonder if you have properly considered the repercussions. My apologies for the impropriety. I only meant to advise caution. Certain statements could inadvertently place you in a vulnerable position. My standing in this matter hasn't been favorable from the start. The Fur Aurum Secretum was under my oversight, and those two spies were Campbell's officially invited guests. Before presuming to act unilaterally, did it not occur to you to seek my counsel, or at the very least extend me the courtesy of a notification? I will be speaking with the senators directly. They owe me a full accounting of these proceedings. Arcane Crit Umber Core. Oh, I don't like Umber Core. I liked it at first, but the more I play Umber Core, the more I'm just like, oh, why do you exist? I have not thrown any shade at Arknights lately, but let me tell you, want some Arknight shade? Okay, I've been playing a lot of Arknights lately. I've been playing the IS-5. Just you know, it's a good thing to just mindlessly do on the side. Well, mostly mindless. And I got to one of the hidden boss fights. Okay, there's like a corrupted Amiya, right? I have no idea. Like I know I'm going into a brand new boss fight. Okay. So I'm like, ooh, let me click on the enemy info button to see what I'm fighting against. I'm not allowed to look up what the enemies do because I haven't seen them yet. Okay, cool. So I see Amiya doing all this like crazy stuff, but I don't know where to put my operators yet. She covers the entire map in like these black tiles, and all of a sudden I'm not allowed to place any operators down at all, and she just wins because I didn't place any operators down fast enough. And I was just like, oh, okay. Well, that's one way to, you know, just instantly lose an hour-long run because the game decided to give me no information. Cool. And then I went back to it again, and this time I'm able to read what she does, but because I still didn't know what she did, I lost because I didn't have the right pieces to fight her. So I had to get to this secret Amiya corrupted ending twice just to figure out what she did. I have to lose to her twice just to learn what she does. And it's not like they could just put a fucking enemy info there right at the start of the stage. No, they have to make me play the game 3 fucking times before they show. Ah, okay, I'm done. There's Path Nowhere has exceptionally better quality of life. That's my Arknight shade for the day. Regrettable timing, I'm afraid. The Senate is currently preoccupied with pressing affairs. You should anticipate a delay of several days before they can accommodate your request. How many days? Rest assured, the guards arranged by Mr. Adelaide will arrive this afternoon to accompany you back to Campbell Manor. Until their arrival, we will appreciate your patience in this waiting room. Yeah, I quit it too. I quit it for about 1.5 years, but I went back to it recently. Because honestly, I was bored one night, and I just like re-downloaded it. And then yeah, I downloaded it and I got back into it. I'm playing it pretty lightly, just like mindlessly grinding the integrated strategies because it's just something to do for like it's a light activity to put on the side that I can do while multitasking. Didn't the Blueprint Squad help you just delete her? I don't even know what that is, to be honest. Couldn't tell you. Again, when I'm playing Arknights, I'm not really paying that much attention, honestly. Kind of just slapping the new shit and like having fun with operators I haven't really played with before. So, okay. Without another word, the assistant offers an elegant bow and slips out the reception room. Silence settles once more. Hypatia retrieves her communicator and tries to call again, only to be met with the same infuriating busy signal. Still no response. Is the signal being blocked? Or has something truly happened to them? Her eyes drift to the exhibition cabinets lining the room, their polished surfaces displaying the most prized Aurum Secretum research. Not a huge fan of chibi designs in that kind of game. Yeah, I gotta stop myself short of complaining about Arknights because it really will just be an entire like 3-hour stream of me complaining about Arknights if I let it. But yeah, everything that Path of Nowhere does, like when I'm playing Arknights, I'm just like, damn, I wish I was playing Path of Nowhere right now. Like Path of Nowhere's roguelike is not nearly as well defined or built, and it would be pretty difficult for Path of Nowhere to try and recreate what Arknights has created with the integrated strategies. But if Arknights had integrated, or if Path of Nowhere had integrated strategies as well as Arknights does, then I would be playing Path of Nowhere like 7 hours a day if I could. Like it's just such a fun. Path of Nowhere does everything right, and Arknights is just kind of like a busy signal for me, if that makes sense. Okay. Her eyes drift to the exhibition. Oh, I already read this. This is where the Senate parades its achievements for outsiders, a carefully curated showcase, and, for security, one perpetually locked within a powerful mania-blocking field. Aurum Secretum devices are useless here, whether for contacting Kella or attempting to force her way out. The Senate refuses my meeting request, and my brother's operatives will be here by afternoon. This can't be a coincidence. They must have planned this all along. How? Did I give myself away somehow? Or... She rests her chin in her palm, mind racing. The priority now is clear. Find a way out of this deadlock, and uncover the truth behind the inheritance and the Black Ring. All the research data in the system. If I can find a terminal with access to the internal network, once I'm back home and truly trapped, it'll be over. I have to act, and it has to be now. With her mind made up, Hypatia rises and strides to the door. The heavy entrance is securely locked, but that won't stop her. From her person, she retrieves a small, delicate accessory. With her movement, the Aurum Secretum within stirs to life, its form shifting fluidly until it elongates into the keyhole. I never thought Aurum Secretum could be used for something like this. With a soft click, the door locks spring open. Favorite Reforge center right now? Definitely 11. It's the only like Reforge that I have fun with, to be honest. Summer is really boring. And I know people like to praise about Summer being like super meta. She's not. She's like highly specific because she's like purely single target. And if you're looking for just DPS number on the screen for a single target, like sure, she's the best center in the game. But she only does one thing. And she doesn't provide any core breaking. She barely provides any support to the team. Like she's, aside from her like high numbers on a single target, she doesn't really do much. So it's not really that entertaining for me. Reforged Nox, I haven't reforged her mainly because like her gameplay doesn't change that much. She just gets the 3 core break and makes her usable again. But I mean, I don't really need Reforged Nox, so I'm fine with it. Stargazer is really boring because she's just placed your 2 orbs at the start and you call it a day. I think those are the only 4 that I have reforged. I think 11's, out of the ones I've reforged, 11 is the only one whose gameplay like truly changes. And everyone else is kind of just like, I put them on the field and forget about them kind of thing, so. No one around. Perfect. Now, if you ask me a month from now, a month and a half from now, somewhere in there, I'm going to say Rahu because it's Rahu. Even though Rahu doesn't change much and she's really boring and basic to play. And like all of the complaints that I have for the other centers would apply to Rahu, but it's Rahu, so of course she's going to be my favorite. Without hesitation, Hypatia slips into the corridor, her footsteps swift and silent as she melts into the distance. That was a really fast stage. Okay, I feel stupid. Oh, never mind. I found it. Did this just appear out of nowhere, or am I crazy? Wait, am I crazy, or was this... I'm going back to my stream and I'm watching it. I'm going to find out if I'm fucking crazy or not. Because I swear to God, like, 202 was not displayed. And I finished 201, and only 201 was being displayed. It did! It did! Oh! I ran into like a lag bug or something. It wasn't until I refreshed the stage that it recognized that I cleared 201 and actually opened 202 for me. Holy crap. In combat odds, I skipped Ying hoping that full Orm team can do Dark Zone. They can, absolutely. I mean, I'm not sure. Probably not going to be speedrunning or anything, but you could definitely clear. Like, if you're just going for 240k, yeah, it'll be more than enough for 240k. Right now, S011 saves my Dark Zone, because Yao ain't doing shit right now. But even if Orm suck at Dark Zone, my only hope is true damage. I mean, true damage is going to do whatever you need it to do. There's like some propaganda going around where people are putting the true damage stuff in like if you had a tier list, they're saying that the true damage stuff is actually like A tier and not necessarily S tier. I think those people are fucking crazy, and the only reason they have that opinion is because they're like fully maxed out whale accounts. That's like the only reason you could have that opinion. True damage is absolutely like top of the tier list S rank bullshit. It's absurd. But again, if we're talking about like you have level 9, like your entire roster is level 90, you have like 3 shackles deep on some people, you have like everybody's ECB 3, like your account is fucking loaded, then yeah, I get it. True damage team does happen like over time. It's not really bursty. It's kind of like a slow rain of damage. And I use slow with air quotes because it's like a fast rain of damage, but it's not burst damage, which if your account is strong enough to like one-shot everything, you would prefer to one-shot them rather than like 5-shot them really quickly, right? So I think the people who are saying true damage is a step below Hella, I think they're crazy. I think they're crazy. Hey Silver, good to see you. You made it to a stream. Just about to go into work. Ooh. Oof. It is that mid-afternoon kind of vibe right now. Okay, let's start 202. Same day as Hypatia's conversation. But now we're just going to the research settlement, or the refugee settlement outside the research institute. Okay. A cold morning mist clings to the refugee camp. Beneath the frayed tents, people huddle together, their silence thick with exhaustion. The air reeks of filth and decay. Even the wind seems burdened, carrying the stale breath of sickness and despair. Until we having this on in the background while I work as per usual. Hey, there you go, Silver. Good to see you around. Thanks for tuning in. I'm hoping to... We'll see how far we get. We'll definitely finish like day 2 of the event. I'm not sure if we'll finish day 3, but if we can go all the way to day 3, we'll stick around for the long haul. In the distance, a lone figure glides across the mud-choked path, pristine or white against the grime. He's here! The camp erupts. A surge of body presses forward, voices rising in desperate hope as they swarm around Safar. Look at me, Safar! I've caught mania already. It's finally my turn now, right? No. Pick me. Look at my arm. It's way worse than hers. Totally run. I might even turn into a sinner any day now. Come on, take me instead. At the far end of the bustling crowd, Hella lingers in disguise, her sharp eyes fixed on the scene before her. She recognizes the man. He was there at yesterday's welcome ceremony when she arrived at the Institute, one of their own. What's going on here? What are they doing?
Oh, right. You just got here. You probably don't know about this yet. This is one of the ways to get into the Institute, a regular screening that happens once every 2 months.
Donnie's tone is effortless, as if it were the most ordinary thing in the world. That man over there in the middle is Safar, the screening officer from... Oh, I'm reading it in the wrong voice. Oops.
That man over there in the middle is Safar, the screening officer from the Research Institute. He comes here regularly to pick up people who are really sick and take them for treatment. Oh yeah, the folks who come from Fear yesterday, he took them too. Are you worried about them? Ah, don't be. The Institute's technology is really advanced. They'll get better in no time.
So there's no way that they're actually picking up like the most corrupted people to save them, right? They're picking up the most corrupted people to like use them as research subjects or something. I'm sure that's what's going on. That's the only thing that makes sense with like the direction that the story is heading. This event is peak and a nice rainburst to shatter Blade's floor on Fleural. Yeah, I'm excited to see. I got a lot of spoilers. I'm not spoiler free right now, so I'm excited to see the climax happen, and I'm excited to see like what pieces will be in play for the anniversary, because I am not spoiled on the anniversary event. So I want to see. Like they got the chessboard, and you know, you play a few moves and you trade off the knights, you trade off the bishops, and at the end of the day both players have like 6 pieces left. That's what I want to see at the end of this event, like which pieces are still on the board, who is relevant going into the anniversary event. That's what I'm most excited for, because again, I've already been spoiled on like what happens. Well, the main points of what happens. Treating refugees. Since when have the Fraser people played philanthropist? That's exactly what I was just saying. Yeah, they're not curing these people. Would they really be that excited just for treatments? No, they want something else. Ella scans the crowd again. Amid the shoveling and jostling, a tattered cloak is torn away, exposing a twisted, broken body beneath. The unmistakable marks of Mania's corruption. Yet no fear flickers into the faces around her, only feverish devotion, a hunger burning in their eyes. She knows that look. It's the same desperate gaze the Syndicans once fixed upon the other side. They all want to become Aurum Secretum warriors?
Well, how should I put this? There's never enough food and medicine to go around. They just want a better life.
They're pulling cliffhanger at the end. Hey, there we go. I mean, we've got, what, a week to go before the anniversary? Like, I'm not even sure if I'll be able to finish this event before the anniversary comes out, right? That's where I'm at right now.
For everyone here, getting infected means a chance to become a sinner. A chance to get into Fraser.
And yes, I also want the car, but more specifically, I want the red dress. And it's a crime that Augustus is being released without the red dress. Like, Shalom got a release skin, Zero got a release skin, but they can't do it for Catherine? Come on now. Come on now. You have the perfect skin just sitting there waiting for you, and you don't pull the trigger on it? Come on, Anzo. You lost out on, like... I've run the numbers, okay? I've done the math. I've looked at how many people have bought the Shalom skin, how many people have bought the Zero skin, and like the comparative hype for how much people like Augustus. And they've missed out on about $30 billion. That's a completely made up number. $30 trillion by not releasing the red dress skin. So I don't know why Anzo doesn't want to be multi-trillionaires, but if they want to be multi-trillionaires, that's all they have to do is release that red skin, that red dress skin.
Like Synex? If there's one Synex, of course there can be a second Synex.
Donnie points toward the center of the crowd.
Just like Safar over there. He's also someone who made it out of this place. Maybe the mid-ante she's gonna have the red dress. Yeah, they absolutely have to be working on the red dress because like Yao and Shalom, they got skins post-release. So gotta imagine that that Augustus will also get skin post-release. Hell looks toward the figure in the center of the crowd. Safar listens patiently to everyone's concerns, his tone gentle and his movements deliberate, without a hint of impatience. Even when faced with deformities and disabilities, his expression never wavers. Instead, he bends down to meet the refugees at eye level, treating them with unwavering dignity. Would someone like that really be willing to come back here? It's like seeing a Syndican who ran off to Eastside, only to return a few days later, complaining they just couldn't get used to it there. Safar is a kind person. The elders always tell me that out of all the kids who left, Safar is the only one who comes back to check on everyone. And sometimes, he even brings extra medicine and stuff. It's because of him that things aren't as tough around here. What about the others who made it into the Institute? Has no one else ever come back? Bonnie offers a bit of a smile. I guess after they got better, they just ended up staying in Frasier. Can't really blame them though. Everyone's had enough tough times around here. Yeah, they're absolutely doing experiments and turning them into sinners, and not everybody is able to withstand whatever the fuck they're doing to them. After all, where else could we possibly go? Suddenly, shouts of surprise erupt from the excited crowd. A middle-aged woman rushes to Safar, her voice trembling with desperation. I mean, that's fair, Silver. Like, yeah, the red dress is absolutely killer, and you gotta get it just because, like, it's the red skin, the red dress skin. But at the same time, her military outfit's so good. It's one of those. It's actually one of those setups where, like, doesn't matter which skin is the paid one, I would still get both. There are some skins that I look at and I'm just like, this is like objectively worse than their base skin. So I'm not interested. Like, I'm not interested in the Grave skin that's coming up. That's it. That ain't for me. That's just worse than the current Graves. But there are some where it's like, man, these are both good. And I don't really care, but I get them both. Best colors for the military outfit. I agree. Although I will admit, when they showed off like the concept art during the anniversary stream, and there was like a lot more white on the chest. I really liked the white on the chest, and like they still had like the darker teal blue pants, and they had the white chest, obviously, and they had a nice splash of really bright teal on like one of the shoulders, and it like came down on like a cape. That looked really fucking nice. And I think I would have preferred that, but at the same time, I don't hate what they end up going for. It looks really nice. And I love how well animated Augustus's skin is too, because they do really well. Really good job on those animations there. All right, can't chat now. Have to actually work, so I'll just be a listener from now on. Okay, sounds good. Imagine actually working. Imagine actually working. Sir, please, I beg you, tell me about my boy. How's he doing? My boy. You picked my boy. You are. My poor little Yuri. Is he doing all right? Has he recovered? My cat is causing so much mischief right now. I normally keep this room like locked off to him, but I decided to like just open the floodgates, and now he's just being an absolute little menace. Yeah, you're being an absolute little menace, rubbing up against the speaker like that. No, you can't jump on top of the monitor. No. Monitors are not for kitties. Oh, I didn't read that. The woman's voice trembles, her hands shaking so violently she can barely clutch Safar's robe.
Some agitated refugees try to pull the woman away, only to be halted by Safar. Deliberately, he crouches to her level, steadying her with firm yet gentle hands. I remember him. He was such a lovely child. Yet, mania tortured him to the brink of death. He's fine now. And all of us will be fine too. Safar stands up, his voice resonating throughout the crowd. The Farland Alliance is facing a crisis. Calamities spread chaos, monsters rampage through the streets, and this city keeps restricting our access to hypercubes. We have suffered loss after loss, powerless to fight back. We need strength, desperately, and we must stand together. Do not fear mania. Calamities won't destroy us. Challenge it, harness it, and in return, we'll be granted extraordinary power. His voice actor is so good. With a deliberate motion, he raises his palms. The Orm secretum coiled around his wrist pulses to life, emitting a soft glow. The crowd stirs with admiration, their awed voices rising like a tide. My friends, the earth beneath us is scarred with countless wounds, and the sky above has long been cloaked or choked by dark clouds. But never forget, no matter how long the night, dawn will always come. The Great Expo delegation has already left Fraser. They'll bring Orm Secretum to counter this city's grip, as long as we hold on to patience and hope. He takes Sandra's hand and speaks with firm conviction. Everyone will find salvation. I'm certain of it. Ella stands silent, struck by the bitter familiarity of it all. She had heard similar words in Syndicate more than once. Power, hope, stand together. Such familiar terms. The Farland refugees lean in, starved for meaning, but all she hears is Rustfire's shackles, polished and repackaged. Liar. Why is that no matter where I go, people keep falling for these stupid, empty promises? The screening process draws to a close. Rejected refugees scatter like autumn leaves, while the chosen few coalesce into an orderly line. Hella's gaze lingers on the long queue. An idea begins to take root in her mind. Wow, day 2 sections are much shorter than the day 1 sections. I wonder if there's more sections, because day 1 had 6 really long sections, and these are both like shorter. And if there's still only 6, then I imagine day 2 is just shorter than day 1. My cat is being too much for minutes, and I have to go deal with him. And while I go deal with him, I'm also going to go grab something to drink, because my throat is dry. So let me go ahead and put the y'all are cute message up there, because y'all are indeed cute, but I'll be right back. Give me like 3 to 5 minutes. Alright, I'm back. And back. 203, let's start. Same day, about 3 hours later, in the underground maze inside the Orem Secretum Research Institute. Wow, day 3 has 8 parts. Jeez. The long line of people is led underground through a secluded entrance. The narrow corridor is claustrophobic, its walls streaked with molded rust, I don't know, and grime. The air thick and damp with the scent of mildew. Each breath heavy, as if swallowing spores. Ella keeps her head low, her face half hidden. She moves with the refugees, past one inspection point after another. Beep, beep, inspection passed. Next. This isn't the area where the Legion entered before. Where are they taking these people? The refugees trail the researchers like shadows, their faces ashen, their expressions hollow. Yet their eyes betray a strange, restless energy. One man lets out a low, grating laugh, his words slurred by and incoherent under his breath. Almost there. We're almost there. What did you say? It will listen. Just make a wish. It will respond. Then he begins to hum, his voice rasping as if his throat were lined with sand. The tune is warped, unfamiliar, some forgotten nursery rhyme from a dead people. Melody twists in the air, less like music and more like wind wailing through crumbling stone. Hella's scalp prickles. Each note digs deeper into her nerves, pulling them tighter. She clutches her cloak closer, but her legs betray her. Her steps falter, unsteady. Darkness thickens. The eerie tune slithers through her mind, warping her senses. The ground beneath her feet feels spongy, unyielding, while the stone walls press inward, pulsing in time with her frantic heartbeat. She grits her teeth and shakes her head violently, dispelling the vision. Her sight clears, but the throbbing in her ears remains, swelling louder, drawing her forward. As she crosses the final threshold, the space ahead yawns open, vast, waiting. What is this? Yeah, you don't like to see that. That does not look good. That, in fact, look very bad. A vast circular chamber stretches before her. At its heart, a grotesque cocoon hangs inverted, throbbing with a slow, unnatural rhythm. Its surface glistens, a translucent membrane webbed with thick, crimson veins. The refugees sit in a silent ring, their bodies forming a living altar. Their eyes, hollow yet feverish, are fixed in unison upon the pulsating mass above. The air is thick with the clawing stench, sweet yet laced with rot. Before Hella can place it, the crowd shudders to life around her. A man lurches forward, arms raised in devotion, his gaze alight in manic fervor. Ah, it's my turn. This is my wish. No more eating sandworms. No more sleep on sand. I want to live. I need to live. Without hesitation, he presses his palm against the veined flesh of the cocoon. The next second, the world twists. The very air shrieks, warping as if torn apart. Oh, that's fucking creepy. The scene unfolding before her is hell incarnate. That's fucking awesome art right there. This is... So people talked about Lovecraftian like horror when it came to Shin, and I didn't really feel it. This is my kind of like horror. This is like... If we're talking like scary vibes, this is the kind of shit that I like to see. Like not some eldritch being, like some like actual like... People are going insane because like the corruption is so thick in the air.
The man's spine snaps backward with a grotesque crack, his throat tearing open in a shriek too shrill, too alien to be anything born of nature. His flesh liquefies as it convulses, skin sloughing away in rancid sheets, while his bones splinter and warp, joints popping in a nauseating course. Then his hallowed carcass splits apart and something else claws its way out. Fresh bone erupts from his shattered limbs, organs swelling grotesquely from the gaping chest cavity. Where his face should be, the flesh churns, twisting inward before surging forward again, features mangled, rearranged, until only a shapeless, grinning maw remains. Holy shit, this is... Helen knows this abomination. She's seen it in fervor, in the Research Institute's labyrinthine tunnels. Fraser's favorite puppet, lurking at the heart of every conspiracy. The thing lands with a wet, meaty slap, half-formed muscle still writhing as it struggles to knit itself whole. The moment its claws scrape the ground, it lunges, jaws unhinging in a roar that shakes the air. The monster's mutilated limbs thrash wildly as arcs of blood splatter the surroundings, only to fuel the crowd's frenzy. Their arms flail, voices roaring, and the chaos crescendos into a feverish storm of delight. Amazing! The cocoon answered his wish. Next, it's my turn now. They are no longer human, only devotees, worshippers of suffering. They rush forward, the monster in a frenzied tide, desperate to be the first. Their faces streaked with tears of ecstasy, like souls clawing for salvation, only to hurl themselves headlong into hell. The mania radiating from the cocoon presses against Hella's mind, relentless. Each pulse is a tolling bell, shuddering through her skull. Is this resonance? In her dazed state, long buried, dark memories rip free, surging violently into her subconscious. Whispers slither into her thoughts as a shrill ringing pierces her ears, sharp enough to buckle her knees. For a breathless moment she is there again, trapped in the cold, sterile hell of the underground laboratory. The experiment failed, but we got something else. Such potent regeneration, yet no offensive capabilities. Fascinating. Damn it, leave me alone. Ugh. She bites her tongue hard. The sharp tang of iron floods her mouth, jolting her back to reality just as footsteps echo closer. Ella stumbles behind a collapsed piece of machinery, pressing herself into the shadows. Seconds later, a figure strides into the room through the opposite doorway.
The number of the vessels is increasing. The mania corruption levels are rising, but residents remain stable. Most have deteriorated into alchemic beasts. No matter. Specimens like Synex are once in a lifetime. Quantity will suffice. The voices nearby reach her, as if through deep water. Muffled, fragmented. Most of the words slip past her, but a few cruel phrases strike like nails, piercing her skull. What have they done? What are they planning now? Footsteps shift again. The two figures move about the room, their voices breaking apart, fading in and out. Natural awakening is unnecessary. Campbell isn't trustworthy, but his tech has proven useful. By using sorcery imprints to forcibly inject mania, we can manufacture our own sinners. Holy shit, they are! They're making sinners. It's fucking happening. We found the secret tech. Using Orm Secretum to try and force resonating with random people to force mania transformation, whether it be sinner or corruptor. They don't give a shit. They're just trying to make an army. The reduced operational lifespan is an acceptable trade-off. It'll last long enough for the Black Ring's needs. Another roar from the crowd. Another silhouette steps forward. Another body twisting, transforming.
The cocoon's rhythm quickens, pulsing like frantic drumbeats. Malice and fanaticism coil together as whispers surge into frenzied chanting. Hella's vision blurs, her body trembles, her muscles locking as a voice, the only one she fears and hates most, scrapes through her mind. Look at them. These human lab rats. They're living through everything you fled from, aren't they? They chose this, but you never had a choice. All that suffering you tried to bury, it never left. You thought you escaped? No. You were just given a taste of what was waiting for you. Shut up. The chaos before her eyes bleeds into memories of the laboratory. Her skull clamped in place, cold steel parting flesh, chemicals searing through bone marrow. The surgeon's gaze as hollow as a corpse's. Not memories, nightmares. And now those nightmares are clawing their way into reality. Who lies on the butcher's block this time? The Farland refugees? Or is it Hella herself? You never escaped. You just wandered into a different lab. Mania remade you, but left you powerless. Now you'll watch others die over and over while you cling to survival. No, I'm not your lab rat anymore. I escaped a long time ago. Oh, you know it too well. Speak, don't run. Tell me your deepest wish. You still haven't realized it? You ceased being you long ago. You're just like them, another failure, another wretched monster. Alright, Edgy, I'll catch you then. Shut up, get away from me! Get away from me! Hella lashes out with a violent strike, unleashing a mania-infused shockwave that shatters the surrounding illusions. Her whisper is dying in an instant. Light erupts outward as a ring of dark mist disperses, then vanishes into nothing. For a single suspended heartbeat, the hall stands utterly still. Then, alarm scream. The crowd erupts into chaos. A blade of light descends from above, thunderous and unrelenting as it cleaves towards Hella. Intruder! Everyone, prepare to engage.
Alright, that was a lot. That was a lot. Okay, we got the team. We've got Hella and Hella. Hella with no bat and Hella with bat, so that you guys can tell them apart. Oh, these are more spawns, ain't they? Yep. Them do be more spawns. Them do be what they do be. Oh, I forgot I had Synex. I didn't see her. My microphone was blocking Synex. I didn't see her on the battlefield. Really too far away? Hey, I'll get one step closer. Oh, Synex, I wish you were better. Wow, this guy ignores block and does that. Oh yeah, we fought him in the main story, didn't we? Yeah, this guy's a bitch. Do they only have physical and magic resist dodge? Can they not dodge true damage? Oh my god, maybe Synex is good. I'm glad I haven't uploaded the guide yet because, like, this is a niche. I can say something good about her. The battle ends as swiftly as it began. Zafar flicks Hella's weapon aside, then pins her down in a single motion. She's one of the 2 city people who went missing yesterday. Head bowed, vision blurred by the searing pain of Mania's residence, Hella can only listen as footsteps approach. It's the director. Wait. Hold on. I've heard the shackle user and sinners affect each other. I wonder, does that connection hold even beyond White Sands? Hey, what are you talking about? What are you planning to do? Lock her up. Shepherd's 13 sinner. She'll be invaluable to us. In the haze of her consciousness, Hella feels herself being carried to some place else. The door clangs shut, followed by the heavy sigh of someone.
You shouldn't have come here.
The weak, no matter how hard they struggle.
Ugh.
The floor beneath her is wet, sticky. Her hands press into it. The sensation is vile, like sinking into a pool of rotten flesh. The mania in the air seeps into her being, clawing through her dazed state to burrow into her bones, gnawing at her mind like a ravenous thing. She drags in ragged breaths, fighting against the pain. Finally, with a shuddering effort, she lifts her head. Prison cell. The torchlight is feeble, barely pushing back the gloom. What little illumination there is reveals uneven walls, encased in metal frames. Deep, frantic scratches gouge at the stone. The desperate work of past prisoners who had tried and failed to escape. I'm turning the music up just a little bit. Oh, I turned it up way bit. Okay, that should be a little bit louder. And I should still be well above its volume. But let me know if the music balance is off. That's like the biggest feedback that I can get from you guys. Then, movement. A shifting in the dark. The wet slide of limbs dragging across the floor. No, it's her imagination. Huh? Monsters slowly crowd out of the darkness, writhing as they gradually close in. Hey Spencer, good to see you. Thanks for the feedback. Glad to see you doing well. At least I'm assuming you're doing well. What the hell? Get away! Don't touch me! Ella jerks back, but the wall is already there, unyielding against her spine. The scrape of shackles against the ground snags her attention. Only then does she see what's wrong with them. Each creature bears Orm Secretum shackles fused into their bodies, some jutting through shoulder blades, others driven deep into their spines. The restraints don't just bind them, they puppet what's left of their twisted, no longer human forms. One of them rides forward, silent as it closes in on Hella. You are... This alchemic beast is tiny in size. With no eyes, it navigates by scent alone. Then, with unsettling gentleness, it presses against Hella's cheek. Its flesh trembles, and from its mouth parts come fractured, guttural words, barely intelligible. Mom? They really hit us with the mom. They really hit us with like the biggest monster in this whole dungeon. It says, Mom. Come on, game. You can't be that cruel.
My boy. You picked my boy. My poor little Yuri. Is he doing all right? Has he recovered? I...
Little flashback there.
Your Sandra's.
The small alchemic beast doesn't stop. It nudges closer, its face nearly touching hers. The stench of decay thickens. Ella has nowhere to retreat. She turns her face away only to see the wall beside her riddled with scratches. At first they seem mere gouges from some past violence, but as her vision sharpens, the marks resolve into something worse. Uneven grooves, caked with dry blood, forming letters carved by something desperate. So hungry. Everything hurts. When will I get better? They all stopped moving. Why? Don't leave me here.
Let me out. I don't want this anymore. I want to leave. How long have I been here? Am I alive? No. I'm not a failed product. Help me. No, I'm not a failed product. I am. Nah. The text warps in her vision as darkness creeps inward. Voices overlap, echoing in Hella's ears, battering her consciousness, dragging her toward the abyss. She struggles, but the pull is relentless. Suddenly, her fingers brush against something, another set of markings deeper than the rest. Their edges sharp, they twist against the stone wall, consuming nearly the entire surface. Frenzied writing, a single word, carved over and over and over, a name. Move closer to read it. With the last frayed thread of her clarity, Hella forces herself to look. Synex? Strange Aurum Secretum lights bloom from her fingertips. The mournful moans of the alchemic beast fade into distant echoes as the world around her dissolves. She seems to have touched a fragment of someone's soul. Her consciousness plunges into an endless dream, vast, weightless. Bro, I'm so excited for the anniversary too. I'm like counting the days at this point. I mean, we're like literally a week out, right? Like it's a week from today. Yeah, it's a week from today. So it's not like we have that much longer to wait, but damn, I want to use my girl Augustus. Okay, so Augustus shackles really do depend on how nice the game wants to be. But if Path of Nowhere is going to be nice to me, I do want to max out Augustus. That's if Path of Nowhere is going to be nice to me. Because I'm not going to... Let's take a look at my pull economy real quick. I've got 30,000 hypercubes. I've got 7 tickets. And then if we look at my arrest exchange... Hope not that. I've got another 45 tickets in arrest materials. So I've got a pretty decent amount. So I've got like, what is that? Little over 200 pulls. Something like that. And then if you count all the anniversary stuff, I'll have like 250 pulls. I'll have like, at the end of the day, if you count like all the things that I can do, I've probably got somewhere like 300 pulls available. And if it's looking like I can get an S5 Augustus in those 300 pulls, then yeah, I will go ahead and get S5 Augustus. But I'm not sure. 300 pulls could be a max Augustus. 300 pulls could be an S0, S1 Augustus. So we're hoping for S5. We'll see how far we get. But yeah, I'm ready to go as deep as 300. Anything past that, and probably not going to do it. I'm minting the reserves as well. I'm hoping to try as well. I got like 300 pools as well. I hope you're lucky. Hey, same to you, Spencer. Same to you. We're going to have a very nerve-wracking day next week. That's for sure. God, going deep on pools like that always makes me so nervous. Like, am I going to use like 100 pools and be like the luckiest son of a gun? Or am I going to spend like all of my reserves and sit there sad when I go to bed that night? Like... There's no between. The fight between trapped beasts, the blade that shatters walls. Softness envelops her. The sensation is warm, like sinking into an embrace. Where am I? Ella feels herself compressed into a smaller body, an infant's perspective, able to see only strands of hair swaying gently before her eyes. A chest presses close, rising and falling in quick, uneven bursts. The heartbeat thrums against her ear, alive, yet terrified. The next S rank is Seto. It was pretty important for True Damage teams. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And me, I'm going to grab every character. So, you know, if my luck on Augustus is bad,
and then my luck on Seto is bad, it's just a real bad time, and it's gonna take me ages to recover. So, well, we'll see what we have on the horizon. I mean, if I have to stop early, if I like spend 200 pulls and it's like, okay, there's no way in hell I'm getting S5, then I'll stop and I'll be smart with my pulls. But I'm holding on to the spark of hope. Shh, there. Don't cry. Mommy's taking you to a place where you won't go hungry. A better, more beautiful place. Pain seeps into tiny bones. Without hypercubes, mania festers, twisting through her, warping flesh into something wrong. A sudden commotion erupts as a team of white-coated researchers approaches. The arms around her stiffen, hesitate, then with a shutting resolve lift her away. Her body suddenly feels weightless. The warmth vanishes. Cold hands catch her, steady and unfeeling. The infant wails. Ella strains to see, but the faces blur. The reaching hands merge into a sea of strangers. Who held her? She cannot tell. Only a whisper of blessings linger, carried over by the wind. Goodbye, Synex, my child. You must live. Live on. For us. Live well. Yeah, so Path Nowhere decided to do something really cruel. Or, if you're lucky, like really ingenious. Really, really satisfying. But Seto, not only is she's like Catherine's favorite, but she's also Hella's favorite. Seto is like the best partner for both of the anniversary centers. So, yeah. They're like, hey, you guys love the anniversary, right? Well, here's a character that makes both of them better. And it's like, oh, okay. Not that I have any pulls anymore, but cool. Yeah. It's kind of tragic, honestly. It's like great and tragic at the same time, because it's like, hell yeah, I get another piece for these new sitters that I just picked up. At the same time, it's like, damn, I gotta get a new piece for these sitters I just picked up. Like, it's glass half empty, glass half full kind of view, but I'm kind of on the glass half full end myself, but I can see why people are kind of like glass half empty. Now commencing experiment number 819, fusion attempt 5. The perspective shifts. When Hella regains consciousness, she finds herself trapped in an experimental chamber. Crimson crystals pierce her torso, forcing her body into evolution alongside Mania. Agony follows, searing, unrelenting. This time she is no longer an infant, no longer cradled in someone's arms. The pain erupts from her bone marrow, spreading like a wildfire. Around her, the white cloaked figures observe with cold, detached indifference. It's no use. Ordinary subjects still can't withstand rampant mania. Without stabilization, forget achieving resonance with the ash crystals. They won't even survive long enough to awaken as sinners. What about Warm Secretum? Didn't those sorcery suppliers say anything useful? Those lunatics don't give a damn about survival rates. Orm Secretum can't forcibly suppress mania. Or Orm Secretum can forcibly suppress mania, but it won't stop the mental degradation. Whatever, it may still be worth a shot. Let's try it. The dosage increases, igniting another explosion of mania. This time she hears the wet, splintering sounds of bones warping, snapping from within. Go to hell! Ah! Her limbs hum with a chorus of fractures, life surging through her in warped, convulsive waves. What a rare specimen. If we increase the injection dosage further, how will it affect her regenerative abilities? No, stop! Go away! Her body crumples apart. Death closes in. Still not working. Note this down. Test subject 819. Cause of death? Wait, something's off. The Orm secretum seeps into her flesh, melting into her marrow through ceaseless, shuddering resonance. Mania surges through her body. Pain belongs solely to the victorious. It is proof. It is the proof of survival. I must live. And then... I must escape. And then... Test subject 819, fusion attempt 17. Subject has not completely deteriorated and has begun to establish initial resonance with Orm secretum. The M value has surpassed the threshold, but her body hasn't fully broken down. Looks like the Orm secretum is effective after all. Test subject 819, fusion attempt 35. Orm secretum decay cycle is approximately 720 minutes. That's what, 12 hours? Yeah, 12 hours. Increasing mania concentration in injection solution. Continue monitoring subject's condition. Fusion attempt 49. Subject's body shows signs of deterioration. Rate of breakdown lower than physical regeneration rate. Experiment continues. Fusion attempt 127. High density fusion between Orm secretum and subject's body achieved. Signs of deterioration are irreversible. Subject has developed a dependency on Orm secretum, requiring periodic infusions. Enough. Stop torturing me. It's really nice having like the Ella and Synex voices overlapped. I always gush over the voice actors, and they did an incredible job with the overlaying of the two voice actors. On my last pulls, I get S3 Shin and 86 pulls and 150-50 on Synex. I'm not expecting great things for Augustus. I just hope S1 won't much. Yeah, I spent twice your amount of pulls on Shin and got her at S1. So, actually a little over twice. I spent 200 pulls on Shin S1. Felt bad. Fusion attempt 211. Physical deformities on subject's body continue to intensify. Orm secretum resonance rate has strengthened, exceeding all historical records. Attempt 356. Attempt 588. Kill me. Wait, she hasn't returned to the suppression state. Monitoring systems are failing. Parameters are erratic. Initiate containment protocols now. She's breaking loose. Cut the power. Eliminate. Kill me, or I'll kill you. Mania forms in a tangible shockwave, shattering the observation wall with her target locked and obstacles obliterated. She lunges straight for the blonde man standing at the rear of the crowd. Clang, her claws freeze, trembling inches from his throat. Then, just as suddenly, Mania recedes, causing her body to gradually disintegrate. Yet the man only chuckles, deliberate, unhurried. He steps forward and raises his hand. You're dying. How unfortunate. Your end could have been so much more meaningful. But I can offer you a way out. Crime brand on his knuckles ignites as raw mania coils at his fingertips. A malevolence dwarfing every other force in the space. Serve me, become my instrument, and I will make you a hero beloved by the masses, bathed in glory beyond your wildest dreams. Synex. To survive, you have no other choice. No, don't! Synex! Synex's form continues crumbling. Ella struggles, thrashing against the inevitable, but her consciousness is already unraveling, flipping away like sand through clenched fists. The last thing she hears before the dark swallows her in a snicker, half mockery, half genuine. To survive, my only option is to be your dog. Okay, I gotta check on someone. Be right back. Okay, it was nothing important. I am back. You think I'm lucky? This is just karma for having, not by choice, S4 crash. Ooh, aren't you just a happy little one waiting for a crash reforge? Crazy that they decided to reforge Serpent before crash. I will never understand that, honestly. I thought for sure crash was going to be in the Serpent wave, but, you know, here we are. Path Nowhere decided that Adela needed to reforge more than Crash, so... Okay. Afterwards, she left the Research Institute and roamed the world as Campbell's shadow operative, cleaning up the dirty affairs that her master couldn't allow to see the light of day. You've never gotten crashed, not even the 50-50. Well, it's not necessarily a bad thing. She never resisted this fate, and so the monster donned a mask, hid her tail, and for survival's sake, became an obedient hound, a convenient tool. Until fate came knocking at her door once more. The Cocoon, a mysterious apostle matrix gifted to us by the underground, capable of achieving maximum Orm Secretum resonance with humans, while also controlling the lifeline of all who resonate with it. Once resonance is attempted, successful or not, the bond is irreversible. There is no severing it. Test Subject 819, Synex. You are our most exceptional specimen. It's time for you to serve our city and fulfill your purpose. Project Black Ring 005. Utilize the underground paired with a high mania center to trigger the R005. By controlling the center, our city will create the first manipulatable black ring. So there, Synex is supposed to be the source of the black ring. Interesting. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. So this is the memory of resonance? The truth about Orm Secretum warriors. And here I thought I had it rough. Your life's even more of a mess than mine. Synex is the most successful experiment. Campbell's shadow operative, a glorious Orm Secretum warrior who doesn't use Orm Secretum in combat. Also, a monument upon the path she draws hopeful souls like moths to a flame. At the end of the chaotic memories, Ella finally sees her, Synex, standing against a torrent of shattered recollections, darkness coiling around her like a living corruption, twisting, grasping, reaching. Our homeland, our city, swallowed by calamity. We had no choice, ran, scattered like dust on the wind. Infection followed us, death whispered at our backs, but then hope, shelter, healing. Fraser saved us. Look, it's Synex. She was one of us. She'll protect us. She'll save us. A hero. She's our hero. Hero? Huh. What a joke. Mania clings to me, trying to kill me. Orm Secretum tortures me, turning me into a monster neither human nor beast. Then they came up with this great plan. Since my clock is ticking down anyway, they might as well feed me to the Black Ring. Let Fraser's pompous lords wring what hypercubes they could from my bones.
Everyone wanted me dead, but I survived anyway. But why? This is making me like Synex more and more, god damn it. Path Nowhere, you cannot make me like Synex more and have her kit be in such a desperate state as it currently is. Give me the Koklik Reforge or I riot. There's no trace of amusement on Synex's face. For the first time, she seems calm, almost numb. Is the life of your hero as worthless as a stray dog's? The contamination begins to spread, creeping up Synex's body. She doesn't care at all. Huh? Hey, you jerk. Don't go. Where are you going? You're the one who never bows down to fate, right? The toughest nails fighter who doesn't back down? I've been stuck in a lab too, and even I busted my way out. So don't tell me you can't do the same. Fight back, damn it. Don't let those Fraser bastards win. Hella stretches forward, fingers straining, but Synex is just out of reach. I'll help you. Hey, don't you dare give up. Get your ass back here. Give up? The chaos suddenly stills. Then the very space around Synex shudders, twisting violently. Oh, please. As if I'd let my end come somewhere this pathetic. Mania's been rotting through me for years. If I'm going out, I'm taking everything I can with me. Since you're all so eager to send me to hell, you'd better pack a bag, because we're going together. Hell yeah. Get it, girl. Pew pew. Let's go, Synex. She's doing all the damage. Just kidding. For those of you who not watching the stream, we are currently in battle, and I'm only allowed to play on the left half of the map. So I've got 6 sinners, 5 of which don't attack, and 1 Hypatia, killing everything before it can get in range of all my melee sinners. It's just a really low level stage, so Hypatia is clearing it before anybody else has a chance to swing. Okay, so I know why they do it like this, and I know why they can't have like a higher level event, but I really wish there was like an option to turn on like a level 70 or a level 80 or like a high-end roster difficulty for these event stories, instead of me just like brainlessly auto-playing with Hypatia in a corner. Hey, wakey wakey little brat, or little rat, rise and shine. Blue light flickers. Some pressure digs into her forehead, and her senses claw back. Ella's vision gradually focuses on the figure before her. Malicious eyes, that mocking smile. This is Synex. She jerks back, but Synex matches her movement, relentless, pressing the hypercube against Hella's forehead. Awake now? Still breathing. Can you get up on your feet? Behind Synex, the alchemic beasts twist and coil, no longer attacking Hella. Now they slither close to Synex, almost adoringly obedient. I saw everything. What they did to you in the lab. Fraser rounding up refugees for experiments. You're just like them. That's why you call them your brothers and sisters. Her emotions stirred by the illusion cling like smoke. Hella lifts her head. Synex's smile cuts through her, radiant and razor sharp. Literally razor sharp. She's got them like them canine teeth, them triangle teeth. Aw, feeling sorry for little old me? Look at you all worked up. Your cute little face red as a cherry. Huh? Her fingers brush her cheeks, only to find them wet. 2 silent streams cold against her skin. You were crying in your sleep just now. You even said my name. Look at you, eyes all puffy. You missed me that much? Or... Oh, I get it now. You've actually been secretly in love with me this whole time. What? Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Flushed with embarrassment and rage, Hella hurls the hypercube at Synex's smirking face, only for it to be caught midair effortlessly. You jerk! It actually felt bad for you? What a waste. Oh yeah, Synex is great. Like, top tier everything except for combat. Her eyes barely dry, well up again. Hella turns her head sharply away, stalks to the farthest corner from Synex, and drops down. She scrubs at her face with her sleeve, hard. Tap, tap, something prods her shoulder. She stiffens, jaw locked, refusing to turn. That thing continues to poke Hella's shoulders, unrelenting. Little Hella, little rats, pretty cutie pie Hella. My brave little Hella who didn't even whimper when she fell on her butt. Hella whirls, fury blazing in her glare, only to find Synex poking her head with the tip of her tail. Still mad? Yeah, she already needs a reforge, and like, I'm copying them and hoping that like with a Koklik reforge that'll be close enough. But, probably not. I think one of the big things, and I'm gonna like reread Synex's ability real quick, and try not to eat my own words. Yeah, so when Synex uses her ultimate, she gets up to 100% attack speed, but it has to stack. And by the time you get to that 100% attack speed, the ability's already over. So if there is a way... I'm not even sure if it's possible. Maybe you already can do it if you're willing to spend some powers. But if there was a way to like chain her ultimate into another ultimate and like maintain that attack speed, it would be much better. But right now she like builds up all this attack speed and she doesn't really have a period to use it at all. So... it's just, And it's weird too, because like her entire kit is built to be like this attack speed setup, but because she has 100% attack speed built into her kit, it doesn't really scale well with that with any more attack speed. So like you can give her 50% attack speed from Lady Pearl, and for other people that's 50% attack speed. For Synex, that's like 33% attack speed or something even smaller than that. She already has 100%, and you're giving her another 50. So, it's, I don't know, it's weird. I don't know. The big thing is that she needs, one, she needs her attack speed to like actually stack and like make it so, either just give her the 100% attack speed, because 100% attack speed isn't that crazy, honestly. Just give it to her, or say like, hey, after you stacked it, your next Carnage will start at max stack. Like, as long as you're in that state, you'll have the stacks you've already acquired. That would help a lot. And the other thing is give her like a real payoff for hitting things a billion times, because she has the Shattered Shadow, I guess it's called, where after 8 attacks she unleashes like a AoE attack. That AoE attack doesn't do anything. It tickles, and it really needs to like slap, but it definitely doesn't slap. So I don't know, the attack speed needs to be fixed, and even then she needs a payoff for having all that attack speed. But her numbers are just so pitifully low right now, it's hard to work with. And just put inverse on her, inversion slash, yeah, but even then, like inversion slash Synex isn't doing anything. Like, I know it helps, it allows her to keep her mark forever, but do you care? do you care if you have that 25% true damage buff on a single target? Like, I can just play Thistle
and I can give you 16% attack, which is better than 25% more true damage taken. And Thistle can also break cores. So, like, do I care? It's... And, like, comparing Synex directly to Infer, okay? Like, just one-to-one comparison, Synex to Infer. Synex is providing 25% more true damage, and that's it. No core breaking. She has to run Inversion Slash, and she only provides 25% more damage to the boss target. Or I could run Infer and do 40% more damage to everything and have 2 core break whenever the fuck I feel like it. Like, Infer is just night and day, like, better than Synex in Synex's preferred teams. And it's just... Oh, it's unfortunate. Like, if you look at things like Eve, right? Eve is really good in summon teams. And she's better than the, like, LL and Shin, specifically in summon teams. If Eve was worse than Shin and LL, even in her own dedicated teams, you would never use Eve. Because if you had Shin and LL, they would just negate the need for Eve. That's kind of what's happening with Synex's support stuff going on. Like, sure, she has some support stuff going on with the true damage teams, but even though she does help the true damage teams a little bit, the generic supports you already have do it better. Like, Shin supports better, LL supports better, Thistle supports better, Cabernet supports better, Infer supports better. Like, why would you ever use Synex when you have all of these, like, generic options you've already built that are already so much better? And it's just unfortunate. She's just not a good spot. If you're, like, low on team members and you have, like, a low level Synex that you want to throw in, like, you don't have Synex there for personal damage, she's just there to apply the debuff and move on, then, like, sure, I guess it'll work. Like, Catherine's strong enough to just carry a team, but it's not because Synex is good, it's just because you don't have a 6th member to throw on your team. Or maybe you're just, like, having fun with Synex. Like, that's valid too. Like, if you're having fun with Synex, sure, yeah, Synex will work. But I mean, anytime you're using Synex, like, again, a true damage team where Synex should theoretically be good, anytime you're using Synex, you can instantly replace her with Infer, Cabernet, LL, Shin, etc., and have better performances. And, like, instantly, your performance is better. So it's not that she's unusable, it's just that she's worse than the other options. And I haven't released the tier list guide, mainly because the anniversary video is doing really well, and I don't want to distract. It's a little YouTube thing here. When one video does really well, YouTube doesn't like it when you upload immediately. They're like, yo bro, your yesterday's video is doing really well. Do not upload something today, okay? When people come to your channel, show them the video from yesterday. Don't confuse them by having 2 videos they need to watch. So I haven't released the Synex guide because YouTube, TLTR, YouTube told me not to. But in the Synex guide, one of the things I'm bringing up is that, like, she's not bad, right? She's not unusable. It's just that anytime you are using Synex, you could be using someone better. Like, if you want to use Synex in a true damage team, sure, like, it will work. But at the same time, you could be using somebody better. You could be using Shin, Cabernet, Infer, any of the generic supports. Even OO is probably going to do better because OO has core break. And it's just a shame that Synex doesn't perform well enough to be a key member on her own dedicated team. She's usable, just not good. She's bad. She's not useless. She's just bad. Okay, the worst is even Seto also supports the team better than her. Yeah, Seto's insane. I mean, Seto's, like, actually really, really, really fucking strong, so, like, it's kind of hard to compare anybody to Seto. I haven't gotten into Seto news yet for my regular audience, but I understand, like, a large part of my audience is also like me, and they read ahead and they look up, like, the strength of sinners and all that other stuff. And Seto has, like, some crazy stuff going on. Like, she has a SP-less core break
She doesn't use SP, and she can break 2 cores in an AoE. Like, that's ridiculous. A coreless 2-core break AoE ultimate. Like, it's just, that's insane. And it's... yeah. And then she has, like, supportive numbers to go with it. So, like, the difference between... like, let's say that Seto and Synex were doing the same amount of damage, right? They did the exact same numbers, and they gave the exact same true damage buffs, which Seto has better true damage buffs. But let's just pretend like they're the same. Seto's breaking 2 cores without SP. She doesn't consume SP, and she breaks 2 cores. Like, Seto is just night and day better because she has, like, just having the core break. It gives her innate utility that Synex can never have. So, it feels bad. Even as Endura, Siglinde beats her because she can refund Shattered Steel stacks. Unless you meant Endura for a future Coco team. Yeah. Siglinde is also, like, really insane. I haven't seen too much talk about her because people only talk about the S ranks. But Siglinde is actually, like, a really, really solid center who... I'm going to save all of that for the Augustus guide, and when I have a chance to, like, actually use Siglinde in my own hands. But she's cracked. Like, she's probably S rank material. I mean, she's better than Synex, that's for sure. So Siglinde's actually gigapoggers, and you guys should look into Siglinde if you haven't, or get her mats prepared or something, because it's pretty fucking... she's pretty dope. Okay. Enough about anniversary talk. Back to Synex. Smack. Hela swats away the annoying tail, her teeth clenched in fury. Spit it out. Exactly how are you sabotaging the Black Ring ritual? What's your real plan? Black Ring what? Plan who? My. Such accusations. Cut the bullshit. You were the one singing about chaos yesterday while chasing me. Brave enough to drag me into your mess, but too chicken shit to own it now? As her mind clears, the truth strikes Hela like a blade. Synex planned this from the beginning. She manipulated the Legion, lured them underground, all to sabotage the ritual and spare herself from becoming the Black Ring sacrifice. And it worked. Hela, the Legion, even Hypatia, they had all been puppets in the hands of this so-called hero. Tell me everything now. Hide one more thing and I'm done helping you. Yeah, Colt, if you're not sure about Siglinde yet, you have, like, looked her up, I don't want to praise her too hard too quickly. So what I would do, right? I would wait until you see a Siglinde video or, like, an Augustus guide that mentions Siglinde, and then you have a chance to, like, evaluate her better from there. Because, again, I haven't got my hands on Siglinde, so I can't... I'm going based off of what I've read and what I've seen, but not what I've tested. And that's a big difference, right? Because, like, for example, Hypatia read and looked atrocious, like, completely unusable. But when I played Hypatia is actually pretty... she's not incredible, but she's good, right? So there's a huge difference between Hypatia looked unplayable, but when I actually used her, she's actually good. Again, not like great, not amazing, but Hypatia was good. And I throw it as a caution because when I'm talking about centers in the future, I don't have perfect clarity because I haven't done the testing yet. So if you have that B3 ticket, hold on to it for just a little bit so I can get some testing in and I can tell you if it's worth it or not. Yeah, for Coco, think about it this way. You bring Yugo only because of crit chance. If chance is already high, you can switch Yugo. The same way no one can make use of her fast attacks. Synex's fast attacks. Yeah. If you're using Coco, like, you need to have the fast attacks. Absolutely, yeah. Which is why I think that Synex's best hope is a Coco-like Reforge. So I very highly doubt they're going to give us Synex Reforge like a month after she's released, right? That's just not going to happen.
Cokelec will get reforged first. And depending on what they do with Cokelec's reforged, I could see Synex being used in that team specifically. I think that Synex's best chance to like enter the meta. Right now she doesn't have a meta, but Synex narrows her eyes for a moment before she breaks into laughter.
Fine, you win. No more games. Rebellion's no tea party, you know. Every good uprising needs its little trials. After all, what we're up against is not just one enemy. What do you mean? Frazier has set up amplification devices around the refugee camp, pumping mania ration straight into the refugees they rescued. Turns out the corpse-born isn't enough insurance for those cowards. Now they want spares. A whole camp of them. What? I thought those were mania blocking devices. Synex shakes her head. If they actually gave a damn about those people, those city gates would have swung open years ago. But don't worry, I didn't drag you into this blind. The maze is not only the Institute's little dumping ground for failed alchemic beasts, but also my turf. Dragons hoard treasure in their lairs, so guess what I've buried deep in mine? Something that'll make those Frazier bastards wish they'd stayed in their ivory towers. Speaking of Coco, I did the peak path test with my old-ass Coco team plus Synex. Nice. I think Coco Reforged might have it on Synex for one. That would be really good timing. I haven't really seen a pattern to when they're reforging people. It seems like they're just releasing reforges when they're ready, which, Anzo, take all the fucking time you need because your reforges are fucking amazing. So don't rush yourself. Keep them amazing. But it would be interesting to see like a coordinated attack there. Yeah, I miss Cokelec teams. I've got like a whole playlist on the channel somewhere that hasn't been updated for a year and a half now or something like that. Cokelec shows her true power, where I just use like Cokelec and BFL runs. So much fun to use the Cokelec team. But I haven't made an update to that playlist in a long time because Cokelec hasn't been viable in Dark Zone for a very long time. I was using Cokelec teams back before we had Lady Pearl, and you had to use old non-reforged Summer. Oh, that shit was painful. The team was like Cokelec, Priscilla, and Summer. You didn't even have Matilda yet. And that's our team for like defeating Dark Zone. And it worked. Like old non-reforged Summer and Priscilla with Cokelec were enough. And you can't do that shit no more. No fucking way. That just ain't gonna fucking happen. When their black ring plan kicks off and every last eyeball's glued to me, that's your cue to slip behind them and stab them where it really stings. Sound like fun? Hella doesn't answer, her gaze fixed on the ground as she poses another question. Why me? Don't play dumb with me. You've got plenty of other people you could ask. Horo or Hypatia could do this way better than me. But here you are, picking me. Why? Because it's fun? As Hela's fury threatens to erupt again, Synex's laughs heartily and clamps a hand atop her head, shoving her down with playful force. Okay, stop messing with you for now. For real this time. The famous City Legion commander is willing to be your friend, and even the notoriously reserved Lady Campbell opened up to you. That's not something just anyone can accomplish. Sure, you hit like a wet noodle, but you keep hitting. Cornered, you bite. Outmatched, you outthink. You always find a way to fight back. And you can even come up with solutions that wouldn't even cross my mind. Every scheme's got cracks, but you're the grenade nobody sees coming. Her fingers slowly trace across the weathered wall, warm secretum radiating from her fingertips, whispering memories long buried. And there's one last point. No matter where they are, rats always find a way to survive. No masters, no chains, just pure, stubborn aliveness. They're free, and I like that about them. Aren't you worried I'll just bail out? If you were going to run, you'd have bolted back in furor. No point waiting until now. The nerve of you. Fine, count me in, but you have to let Horo and the others go. Relax, that little wolf's not half as fun as you. They're just taking a scenic detour. Should stumble on an exit any minute now. With her negotiation complete, Hella pushes away Synex's hand and dusts herself off as she stands up. What next? Fight their way out? Hella opens her mouth to voice the question when the ground shudders violently beneath them. The alchemic beasts grow restless. Synex's wrists jerk as the Orm Secretum shackles tighten. Her smirk vanishes, replaced by something dark. These old bastards. They moved up to test explosion. Sorry, sweetie. Looks like I won't have time to escort you out anymore. Be a good girl and find your own way out, okay? Test explosion? What does that mean? What are they doing now? Just another simulation experiment for those Fraser bastards that love so much. Won't kill me, but it'll be living hell to deal with. Synex rises and strides forward toward the door, her voice still laced with amusement, though the warmth has vanished. Go find help. Legion or any Dis-City friends you know will do, but you will need it to make it fast. The cocoon will mature soon. Next time, it may not just be a drill anymore. Without another word, she turns and walks away, her back straight. The alchemic beasts flank her, their presence a silent escort. Ella stands frozen, her fist clenched, hands still trembling. Damn it. That just makes me even more worried. Gritting her teeth, she slaps her cheeks hard. The sting sharpens her resolve. When she lifts her head again, her gaze is steel. Then she runs, sprinting off in the direction Synex disappeared. Ella's diary? A woman in tattered clothes stumbles down the main street of the refugee camp, her path unsteady along the filthy road. In her hand, she clenches a crumpled envelope as if it were a lifeline. It's all my fault. How could I have forgotten something so important? Wait, please, Mr. Safar! Sandra arrives at the scene, breathless, only to find that Safar has already gone. Her body refuses to run any further, and she is standing there, stunned, clutching the envelope in her hands. The street where Safar departed suddenly swells with a jostling crowd. In the chaos, the letter is knocked from Sandra's hand. She reaches for it, but the worn paper is swallowed by a forest of trampling feet. Wait, excuse me, coming through. Ella pushes through the crowd and gathers the fragments from the ground, but the paper had been reduced to a tattered, nearly unrecognizable ruin. Sandra's eyes lower, her shoulders slumping in dejection. Hey, don't you worry, we can totally fix this. I can help you. Bingo, bango, and a bongo. Look, you just gotta match up all the edges, and there! All done. Good as new. Oh, thank you. I don't know what I would have done. It was nothing. Ella flashes a proud smile, but it falters when she meets Sandra's hesitant gaze. Connecting the woman's expression with her earlier words, a sudden sombering realization dawns on Ella. This letter, it's for Safar, right? Yeah. I was going to ask him to deliver it to my boy. He's gone now. It's too late. The woman clutches the letter tighter, her back hunching further as a heavy sigh escapes her. As Sandra begins to turn away, Ella catches her by the arm. Perfect. I'm headed to the Institute anyways. I can deliver it for you. A sudden light ignites in Sandra's weary, weathered face. She steps forward and grasps Hella's hand in her own, her fingers trembling slightly against Hella's skin. Really? Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Just leave it to me. Is the Institute supposed to be this way? Hella keeps her head down, intently studying the map Thani drew for her, when she crashes headlong into a crowd and tumbles to the ground. Ow! Watch where you're... Hey, why is there such a huge crowd here? What's going on? The crowd has formed a tight circle around the young man who is violently tearing a poster from the wall, crumples it into a ball, throws it to the ground, and stomps on it repeatedly. Hey, what are you doing? Stop tearing down the Institute's poster. That's our hero you're disrespecting. The Institute's built on lies. Every promise they made is a lie. We've all been fooled. That's nonsense. Absolute rubbish. Look at yourselves. You've worked yourselves to the bone, all for a lie, to become these half-human things. Have your minds rotted away too? How many times do you have to say it before you get it? Bullshit. The Institute's protected us for years, and you expect us to believe it's all fake just because you say so? Where's your proof? All talk? We've got a real hero chosen by the Institute, and she's doing just fine. Hey, Nated, morning. I guess it's afternoon now. I'm doing good, man. How about yourself? He's just a liar trying to ruin our trust in the Institute. Don't listen to him. Let's drive him out of here. Yeah, get him out of here. Drive him out. The crowd surges forward one, chasing the young man, beating and cursing him as they drive him out of the refugee settlement. When they disperse, only a few tattered fragments of the poster remain on the ground. Huh? What is this stuff on the scraps look familiar? Why does this stuff on the scraps look kind of familiar? It's Synex! Okay, BRB chat, gotta go check on something. Yeah, definitely they hated him because they told the truth moment. Also, like, it's easier to fool people than to convince them that they've been fooled. Okay. When the poster is pieced back together, it reveals Synex striking a heroic pose, her figure radiating brilliantly against the dramatic backlight. Ella tries to hold back her laughter, but a sudden hysterical giggle escapes her. Synex, a hero? Oh my god, I can't breathe. After laughing for a long while, Hella finally composes herself, still struggling to suppress a few lingering giggles. She carefully folds the poster and tucks it between the pages of her diary. This song is so long, and it's like fucking with me. Okay. I am definitely bringing this back to show everyone. An opportunity this good? No way I'm missing it. Synex is getting roasted for this. Okay. Songs are just like loud on my end. I'm gonna turn them down so I can stop listening to these like really screechy loud ass songs. We get like all the... there's not many bad songs in Path to Nowhere, but I'm getting all of them at the same time.
Just as Hella is about to dash off in the direction Synex left, she feels a gentle tug on her clothes. She looks down to find a tiny alchemic beast, its teeth carefully gripping the hem of her garment. Take me back to see Mom, A lump forms in Hella's throat, halting her in her tracks. She crouches down and gently strokes little Yuri's head. I'm sorry I can't bring you with me. All I can do is make sure everyone learns the truth about this place. Take a picture of the writing on the wall with the thing set to far. Wow, that's a pretty creepy ghost shadow over there. Did a really good job with this artwork. I wish I could see it, like the entire artwork, without having to look through the camera there. Ella sets her camera down, but little Yuri still refuses to let go of her clothing. Her hand falls to her side, unable to bring herself to pull them away. Wait, I just remembered. I have a letter for you. Ella pulls a letter from inside her jacket. The moment little Yuri catches his mother's scent, he releases Hella's sleeve and gently takes the corner of the letter in his teeth. Would you like me to read it to you? Little Yuri can no longer understand her words, only repeating a few fragmented syllables. Mom, 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 mom. Dear Yuri, I hope you are well. It's been so long since I've heard from you. I ran into this far recently, and he told me your health has improved. I was so happy to hear that. If it's possible, could you let Mom see you just once more? Would that be alright? I know you must be busy at the Institute, and that your illness requires long-term treatment, but something wish to see with my own eyes that my little Yuri is healthy and well, even just from afar. Even if we don't get to talk, just to see you once more would be enough. Alright, I gotta restart my game again because I lost consciousness apparently. BRB on the video display side. Little server drop real fast. Path Nowhere deciding that they don't like me. Alright, turn that footage back on, and we're back into the events. We're probably gonna have to replay the diary entry. I lost consciousness like in the middle of the diary, but whatever. Oh no, it finished the diary. Cool. Random pineapple on pizza thoughts? You're a monster. Not only are you a monster for putting pineapple on your pizza, but you're a monster for starting this discussion in the first place. You're a double monster. Huh? When did this sky get so dark? Gotta hurry back and help everyone bring in their laundry. I hope Hella's doing okay. Okay, somebody told me how many chapters there were in this earlier. Something in 8. Was it 6 and 8? 7 and 8. Okay. Wow. I've been going on for like 2 hours and I'm not even halfway done with day 1 or day 2. Sweet and salty. Oh my god. If you want sweet and salty, you don't put it on a pizza. You'll get yourself like a trail mix or something. Get yourself some like salted caramel. The site has been thoroughly cleaned. Through the open skylights, the last lingering rays of amber sunlight pierced the laboratory, pooling at the feet of Hella, who had infiltrated the ritual site long before. Suspended in the open space above, the cocoon looms, larger now than when last seen. The pulsations have grown more violent, its fractured shell leaking streams of mania.
Just saw someone actually eating one today, and I was baffled. I didn't think people like that existed. How are you enjoying the event, by the way? The event's good. I'll be honest. Like my honest review is that if they cut out the refugee camp and just pretend like the refugee camp didn't exist, or maybe they just like referenced the refugee camp and they ignored like Thani and every other character in the refugee camp, this event would be one of the best events in Path to Nowhere. But every time we cut back to the refugee camp, I'm just rolling my eyes and like, oh my god, shut up, I don't care about the refugee camp. Oh. Because it doesn't seem like there's any like real important characters in the refugee camp. I know that they contribute to the story. I know that the refugee camp itself is essential to the story. I just don't care about the individual characters in there. I wish they just like gave us a brief synopsis of what was happening there instead of trying to tell the story from their perspective. Because I don't care about the perspective. They're like nobody goons, and that's my honest take. Yeah, can't remove the camp for reasons. I get that. But I wish they just told the story of the refugee camp in a less boring way. Because like this event's like really high intensity. Whenever you're inside the Forum Secretum Institute or with Synex or with Hela or with Horo, like it's a really, really, really high intensity. And then you go to the refugee camp and it's like very mellow and slow. So I don't like that. Beneath it, a lone figure stands in silent anticipation. You're late, Synex. I'll give you that. Facing the stern young man, Synex merely shrugs, her hands spreading in a gesture of deliberate indifference. You need a lucky hour for a suicide mission? What's the difference if I'm early or late? All that matters is that I'm here, right? With a flick of her wrist, the shackles around her arm clink tight along with the clasp coiled around her tail. Don't worry. This dog leash is still on. I'm not going anywhere. It's not what I meant. Never mind. Can I beat the game with Only Sinners Are Alike, or am I going to have a tough time? Yesn't. So, absolutely you can win with Sinners You Like as long as you're covering all your bases. As long as you have enough core breakers, a healer, enough damage, and somebody you can tank. Like if you meet all the requirements that a team needs, then yes, you can use whoever you want. As long as you're bringing enough people from those roles. The other way that you can clear the game with Sinners You Like is if you like a very specific few sinners who can like stall out every stage, then yeah. The strongest thing to do is actually just to like stall. You can tackle like really, really high level stages just by like using Lamia and Lisa and just stalling the map out. That works very effectively, and you can clear like very difficult challenges by not even fighting them. But if you're like, hey, I like these 6 sinners, then yes, depending on like, if you chose 6 healers, like obviously you're never going to kill anything and you can't clear the stage. If you brought 6 Enduras, you don't do enough damage and you can't clear the stage. You bring like 6 Enduras or 6 Umbras, okay, your team has enough damage, but they're going to get one shot as soon as the boss pokes its head out, and you're not going to be able to do anything. You need a nice balance on your team. But as long as you have that nice balance, yeah, you can use whoever you want. Just make sure it's balanced. The ritual is about to begin. Go now. They're waiting for you. Footsteps echo across the floor. Hela holds her breath, peering through a crack between the stonework. Safar steps aside, no longer blocking Synex's path. With this, Synex begins walking forward. And then, like a formal declaration of the ritual's commencement, she cedes the stage to the figure bound in shackles. Thud. Synex advances, her steps measured and deliberate. Each footfall is a silent herald of fate's approach. Thud. With every stride, the resonance between her and the cocoon deepens. The mania in the air swells, invisible flames lashing at Hella's senses. She grits her teeth, cursing quietly while choking on the searing pressure. What the fuck? Is this really just a test explosion? As if sensing Synex's approach, the cocoon suspended in midair writhes violently. Something inside thrashes against its confines, straining to break free. Hey, thanks, Allie. Glad to see you around. We've got the big anniversary coming up, and that's all the big hype and news right now. The Orm Sacrum devices at the four corners of the site let out an overloaded hum. Ella feels a prickle of awareness, eyes upon the site. She looks up and spots an observation chamber high above, filled with robed figures. Clad in white, their faces hidden behind expressionless masks. They stand in perfect rows, watching the scene below with detached scrutiny. The leader lifts a hand. Instantly, the mania surges. The figure in the testing area convulses, then releases a guttural, inhuman shriek. Huh? The experiment isn't over. She has to keep moving. Her voice is all fucking corrupted. It's not Synex's voice anymore. It's a mania monster's voice. Orm Secretum floods Synex's veins, erupting from her fingertips in jagged bursts. Her flesh splits, reforms, splits again, an agonizing cycle of destruction and reconstruction, just as it has 1,000 times before. The mania in the air swells, oppressive and suffocating. Ella's fingers tremble. She knows it's time to go. Everyone's too wrapped up in the ritual to notice me. Without Horo and the others, there's no chance I can fight them all alone. Yeah, I should just slip away in the chaos. That's the smart play. Move, damn legs. Wasn't I supposed to run? I'm the queen of getting the hell out. Why can't I move an inch now? Everyone's attention is fixed on the cocoon and Synex. This is the perfect moment for her to slip away. Thump. Synex takes another step forward, sending violent waves of mania rippling outward. A shadow streaks past afar, a blur of motion hurtling toward the apex of the testing site. An intruder! Is that the Dis City Center? Ella grits her teeth, fighting against the crushing tide of mania. Every step is a battle, her body straining as if wading through an invisible mire. The cocoon pulses, sensing the threat. Around her, the mania swells. A suffocating wave drags her back into disorientation. Move! Move! But the deeper she pushes, the heavier mania clings, sapping her will, devouring her resolve. Her thoughts fracture, her limbs grow leaden. The power she hoped to rely on, the mania coiled inside her, does nothing. Against the cocoon's overwhelming force, it's utterly weak. Damn it, is this really all I've got? Can't she even cause a tiny bit of trouble? Suddenly, her fall is halted. Someone has grabbed her. How touching. I never thought the little rat would actually scurry in here to help me. Synex's voice reaches her ear, carrying that familiar tone of mockery. But now is not the time. You've still got work to do. Before Hella can react, an overwhelming force seizes her arm. The power of Orm Secretum erupts from Synex's body like a tidal wave, its power resonating violently with the surrounding machinery. This is no good. She's channeling the Orm Secretum's power. Subject is rioting. Abort the ritual. Stop the experiment. Suppress the subject now. Someone realizes Synex's intention, but it's already too late. Hell fucking yeah. Hella's body is hurled skyward, her world spinning wildly as the whistling wind and panic screams below blur into chaos. I gotta take a screenshot of this shit. Synex, what are you doing?
Countless orm secretums change and snare Synex, dragging her toward the abyss. Oh my god, this is going to keep happening. Oh, right, we're in like the heat of the fucking moment, man. Hold on, I didn't hide my screen first, oops. Oopsies. You guys got a sneak peek at what my tablet looks like. Get back into this event. Lost consciousness in the middle of a story, like middle of the climax, right? A relative climax, I should say. We gotta skip a lot to catch up to where I left off. Catching up, catching up, catching up, catching up. Catching up, catching up, catching up. Okay. Panic screams blur into chaos. Synex, what are you do? Countless orm secretum chains and snare Synex, dragging her toward the abyss. Yet in her final moments, she lifts her head, watching Hela soar. Go, Hela. Don't look back. You've got bigger things to do than rot in here. Get that message out, then raise hell for me. And when you do, kick their asses hard. I've left all the goodies I've been stashing away. Make sure they don't go to waste, okay? Before Hela can even utter a word, the chains swallow Synex whole, and she vanishes into the metal mass. Whatever song this is, it's a fucking banger. It's a nice, simple little banger. Why did my turret spawn in the corner like that instead of right next to me? Kind of wild. Oh my god, Synex is... Yeah. He exists. I thought she was actually going to be doing good damage because I saw her get 8 attacks off and unleash her, like, AoE attack. And then I saw that Hela is doing more damage. I mean, it's not... This is not a fair comparison, right? This is obviously, like... Hypatia is killing everything before they can even reach the front line. Like, this is in no way a fair comparison. I just thought it was funny that I thought Synex was doing a lot of damage. And I looked down and Hela did more. It was just funny. Hypatia, kill them all. Bop, bop. Every inch of her body screams in protest. A throbbing pain radiates from her sprained ankle, forcing her into an unsteady limp as she drags herself forward. The hidden passage she once used to flee the research institute lies somewhere ahead. If she can just find it again, she might make it out alive. The exit looms before her, half hidden in the shadows, but darkness creeps at the edges of her vision, pulling her under. Gotta keep moving. This message has to get through. I must. As her consciousness fades, a familiar figure rushes toward her, though she can no longer tell if it's real or not. Hela! Hela! Ella! Okay, so the end of day 2 is at 2:07, so we've got 2 more chapters to do. I don't think I'll be able to get to day 3 today. Because day 3 is 8 more chapters. Yeah, I can't do another 10 chapters. That's going to take several hours. Okay, I've got some food right here. It's a food, because I know people are going to ask, it's a food that I like to call meat soup. It's ground beef and in a soup. So it's a soup with ground beef in it. So it's what I call meat soup. But I'm going to take a few bites of my meat soup. I'll be right back. That soup was incredible. Oh my god, that was delicious. Like a never-ending dream. Okay. Let's finish day 2 of the event. And then we can save day 3 for later this week, the weekend, something like that. And we have to do it before Tuesday, so let's finish up day 2. When dry winds caressed his face, they sometimes stirred memories of home. Every year, when the air grew crisp, the oleander tree by his home would sag under the weight of its fruit, small and dark red, bursting with sweetness. No matter how many they ate, there were always more. But the tree was gone now. His home had long vanished, swallowed by Dis City's artillery fire. The escape was a slowly unraveling. Water ran low. Hard biscuits crumbled to dust in his hands. The line of refugees stretched thinner each day, their numbers dwindling as the week collapsed into the sand. When his parents could go no further, they pressed their last scrap of food into his palm and faded into the white dunes. Hunger gnawed at him, sharp and relentless. Yet worse than the ache in his stomach was the certainty this exile had no end. Huh? A refugee who actually made it here alive? Food. Food. Even if I gave you something to eat, it wouldn't matter. The mania's already taken you. However, there's actually a way. Do you want to live? After enduring agony that seared down to his marrow, a group of white-coated figures crowded around him. Their voices were buzzing with excitement, talking about another successful test subject. Metal fused with his flesh, replacing what mania had rotted away. His stomach... Okay. What the heck? This is a Peggy song. I am skipping the Peggy song. Jesus Christ. Okay, this is The Great Expo. Surely that's a better song. Okay. Metal fused with his flesh, replacing what mania had rotted away. His stomach no longer twisted with hunger. His body was no longer wrapped in rags. Yep, the gnawing fear of starvation clung to him. Old habits died hard. He still hoarded scraps of food like a feral thing. Thwack! A sharp blow cracked against the back of his skull. Who's there? Someone lurked in the shadows above him. It was a small figure, probably another kid his age. She tossed something absently in her hand as she spoke, her voice dripping with arrogance. I heard the Peggy song for the first time on the pt2 stream. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, what the heck kind of like new age pop dripped into my Path Nowhere OST playlist? And it turned out it was a Path Nowhere song. Ugh. Any plans for the future pools and Arknights? No plans at all. I don't even know what the future of Arknights look like. I am, again, super duper, extra duper casual, only playing it because it's something I can do, like, half attentionally on the side while I do other things. I'm really, like, my Arknights playstyle, and try to get Limu in, whatever her name is, the new pink-haired wheelchair lady sniper. My plan is to get both of them out on the field and click their ults whenever something big comes by. I'm just a button clicker. I'm not like hard crunching Arknights or anything. I thought Anza was trying to forget about Peggy, but she's getting a cool new skin. Bro, I wish they forgot about Peggy. Was Peggy the last B rank that needed a skin? Because I know they were releasing all the B ranks skins for free through events. And I think she's the last one. Does Floor have a skin? No, I don't think Floor has a skin yet. If you guys experience like some sort of lag or hiccup, it's on my end. If you're experiencing buffer, I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm dropping frames right now. I dropped 569 frames, which is like 10 seconds of frames. So, oops. It should be stable now, but oops. There's still Flora and Gekka. Oh yeah, how could I forget about Gekka? Wow, why did Peggy get a skin before Gekka Bajin? Oh god, what an insult. Okay, back to the event. Kid Synex, hey, you get food. Why aren't you eating it? I'm saving it. You really are stupid. Only survivors get food. They need you alive for now, so relax. They don't starve you. Her lips curled in content, then a flicker of realization crossed her face. When she spoke again, her voice was honey poisoned. You survived, but do you know what happened to the ones who didn't? They all died. Or, even worse, they turned into monsters. Now they just wander around, eating people to stay alive. So, scared yet? Sounds like sand beasts. You're no fun. Can't even freak you out. There are things way scarier than monsters. Hunger, disease, calamities, war, compared to those horrors, imaginary monsters are nothing. And this place is as close to heaven as it gets. Really? I'd actually like to go see for myself. I've never been outside. Those white coats don't let me out. Hey, what's your name? Stellar. What a weird name. Sounds like a girl's. Mine's way cooler. Synex. Now that's villain material. Synex flicked the thing in her hand toward him. This time he caught it. It was an oleaster berry. That's your payment. Tell me more about the outside. Tell me more about the outside world next time, Safar. We get kids, Safar, and Synex? Wow. I like how Synex still had, like, the demon eyes as a kid.
Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm about to say will keep you alive through this show.
Is this another Peggy song? What's going on here? Oh no, this is... Okay, never mind. I'm sorry to insult you, Fortuna and Lady Pearl. Your songs are actually fire. I just didn't recognize it until the beat dropped. God damn. The oleaster berry had shriveled skin and didn't taste good. Honestly, it was barely edible, but I could never forget it. After that, every time we met, Synex would bring me a few of the same dried berries. At first, I assumed they were the only ones available at the Research Institute. Only later did I learn that she, as the facility's experimental subject with the highest residence rate, had the privilege of choosing her own food. And yet, she deliberately picked the toughest ones.
The true color of the hearts, 'cause the gate will only open for the truth. It just is. So fun.
One oleaster berry for one story. I'm still alive. Though, with my low Orm Secretum residence, insignificance was always my fate. Meanwhile, Synex's brilliance only grew brighter. In time, she earned the right to step beyond these walls. She became a legend at the Fraser Institute, a force to be reckoned with. And so, she no longer needed my stories of the outside world. Life went on this way. Synex would return from time to time, bringing meager snacks and hauling away trinkets and scraps in trade. One by one, the others who had entered the Institute with me died. And as their numbers dwindled, so too did Synex's visits, stretching longer between each appearance. Until... Oh no, my battery's dying. There's a alarm going off in the background. Damn it, stop her! Back up! We need backup now! Red warning lights strobed violently, casting jagged shadows as chaos erupted through the laboratory. With a feral snarl, Synex wrenched herself free from the shackles, the sheer force of her movement sending shockwaves rippling through the room. A predator unleashed, she lunged onto the rubble of collapsed walls, her claws carving through the air like scythes as she descended upon the high-ranking man. Her lips were peeled back in a grotesque rictus, less a smile than a snarl of pure, unfettered madness. Kill me, or I'll kill you! Around her,
Aurum Sacratum surged in molten waves, forming an impenetrable barrier, a domain of her own making. This was not the Synex he knew, and yet, in this moment of monstrous abandon, it was as if he was seeing her for the very first time. But she still failed. Her body crumpled like sand, piece by piece, too weak to even lift a claw toward Campbell's throat. Yet he didn't hold it against her. Instead, he pardoned her, drew her into the fold of the Campbells. At last, she was truly part of Frasier. After that, Synex didn't appear for a long time, but besides, the quietest moments, her voice would still whisper in my mind. Is the life of your hero as worthless as a stray dog's? When Synex finally showed up, she brought 2 unwelcome visitors from this city with her. This city origin directly evolved in the West District BR002 incident, affiliated with the MBCC, maintains close ties to Shepard 13, a potential intelligence asset regarding the Shackles. Small and frail, yet her eyes burned with defiance. As expected, she infiltrated the Institute, desperate to save Synex, only to fail. Too weak to succeed, too powerless to change anything. Just like me, we are the same. Many came hoping to become the next Synex. They entered the Institute, but few survived the residence process. They are just like me. For them, Synex's oleaster berries are an unattainable dream. This is the only lifeline within their reach. I want them to succeed. I want to help them. After all, this is the last thing I can do. The young man opens his eyes. The weight of recent days presses down on like storm clouds. Forgotten memories tear through the fragile peace of his mind. Even in rare moments of stillness, they come unbidden. The Dis-City Sinners has escaped, but she won't get far. We're tracking her down as we speak. You don't look well, sir. Maybe you should get some rest. No, I'm good. Let's go. It's time to meet our rebellious hero. Okay, I understand this is the last part of day 2, and again, I don't have the hours to do all of day 3, because if it's taking me basically 3 hours to do day 2, I don't have another 3 hours to spend on day 3. So we're going to wrap up day 2. We're going to take a look at our dailies, maybe play a little bit of BFL at the end, but then we're going to hop off. So just letting you guys know ahead of time. As Safar steps back into the Research Institute, the first thing to greet him is an off-key, littling voice. Not far away, the cocoon continues its metamorphosis. The entity inside growls more distinct by the moment, its heartbeat swelling louder, yet the prisoner bound beneath it remains unfazed, almost relaxed. Yeah, absolutely going to stream the anniversary story. Absolutely. I'm going to hold off on the anniversary story until like Thursday, maybe Friday, and give people a chance to like read the story first if they want to. That way I'm not like spoiling anything. But yeah, we'll be streaming that Tuesday on the 4th. We're going to be doing our polls, we're going to be doing the leveling, and we're going to be doing all the testing. So we're not going to be getting into the story or anything at all. We're just doing non-story event and testing that day. And then we'll be back throughout the rest of that week doing more testing and stuff. And then like Thursday, maybe Friday, that's when I'll go ahead and start the event. But give people a chance to get a head start before I click into it. Then, sensing his presence, the humming stops. Oh? Well, if it isn't little Safar, these chains are practically strangling me. Be a dar and loosen them. Be a deer and loosen them. Her voice is so playful. The voice actor for Synex did such an amazing job. Synex shifts, but the chains emerging like roots from the chamber's depths wrench her back into place. Where the restraints bite into her flesh, cracked spider web across her skin, oozing a viscous fluid with a metallic gleam. You're dying. Without another word, Safar lifts his hand and rolls up his sleeve. The same Aurum Secretum corruption rides on his own skin, its luminous patterns mirroring hers. Aurum Secretum warriors require regular doses to stabilize their mania. Without it, their bodies break down at an accelerated rate. Right now, your system can't handle a full-scale insurrection. If you don't take Aurum Secretum soon, you won't survive. That reckless girl from the city is no different. She could have just run. What's this? Feeling a little sympathy for her? The young man doesn't answer, his face a mask of frost. Oh, don't give me that look. Here I was thinking we could have a nice little reunion, but I suppose you're not the sentimental type. So, let's just cut to the fun part. Safar, how about we burn it all down together? What? Did you really think hypercubes would be the priority one after the Black Ring explodes? Fraser's first move will be marching straight for this city's throat. And guess who gets the glorious frontline sacrifices? That's right, us. Either we get fled to the Black Ring or chewed up in their little war. You don't want to die for nothing either, do you? So here's my offer. We blow up Fraser and the Institute and lead everyone to freedom. Clang, Safar's blade scrapes past Synex's shackles and bite into her throat. A thin crimson line blooms in its wake. His hand does not waver, unnaturally steady, poised to carve deeper with the slightest shift. You still don't get it. You're the strongest Aurum Secretum warrior we have. When others collapse under the weight of the world, you crush it under your feet and keep going. That's why you can't see it. What we've needed all along isn't freedom. It's the power to rewrite fate. A hero. The Aurum Secretum shackles clink as Synex tilts her head, her laughter spilling forth, barely restrained. No way. You're actually serious? I thought only brainwashed lab rats would have never smelled real air who could swallow Fraser's hero fairy tales. I butchered that line, but whatever. Let's be real. What hero gets bred in a cage, fattened on slaughter, and scolded for us not saying thank you? Okay, hold on. I gotta reread that. I'm losing my ability to read. Let's be real. What hero gets bred in a cage, fattened for slaughter, then scolded for not saying thank you when the knife comes down? If you want to play that kind of hero, be my guest. Do you think I don't want to be one? Safar raises his hand and yanks back his sleeve. His wrist is a ruin, barely held together by threads of flowing Aurum Secretum. Just one residence nearly tore me apart. Same with that city girl. Yeah, I feel sorry for her, but what else can I do? The weak can only survive like this. None of us chose this. He drags in a breath as if the air could steady the storm outside. Among all the test subjects, you're the only one who made it through every experiment. The only one who earned that pass. The only one who can trigger the Black Ring, open new minds, and actually change things here. So, he swiftly sheaths his sword. I beg you, don't throw away all those lives. Don't crush our last chance. With those words, Safar turns and walks away. A scornful laugh rings out behind him. Coward. He halts mid-step, spine rigid, but does not look back. I'm sorry. Then he is gone. Once more, the room holds only Synex and the weight of her chains. Ooh, we got the weight of her chains. This little screenshot here. Pow. The shackles bite into her flesh, unyielding. Mania seethes beneath her skin, a wildfire scorching through bone and marrow. And yet, even as the agony consumes her, her lips twist into a grin. Then laughter tears free, raw and ravenous. Death has no meaning. In this test facility, everyone dies eventually. It's only a matter of when, and only the survivors get to decide what meaning even is. Once in her agony, she looked up high above. Researchers in white coats dispassionately observed the test subjects, watching them succumb to mania, only uttering brief exclamations or sighs when somebody either awakened or deteriorated. Lives twisted, withered, and were reduced to scribbled notes in their records, worthless. Test subject 819, Synex. You are a most exceptional specimen. It's time for you to serve our city and fulfill your purpose. Serve? By giving her life away? For those who never see her as human? You're dying. How unfortunate. Your end could have been so much more meaningful, but I can offer you a way out. All those noble words from on high, yet in the end, they still chose to use her as a sacrifice. The weak can only survive like this. None of us chose this. No, as long as one breathes, there are always choices. She won't die here, not like this. No matter how desperate, how ugly her struggle becomes, she will survive. The merchant lay collapsed on the ground, his body already growing cold. She spotted the hidden envelope, but left it untouched, letting the Legion find it when they arrived. Ah, she's the one who leaked all the details. She's the one who leaked the photo, who led the trail. She's like an inside agent, more or less. She's another Shalom. Shalom was like an inside agent working against Paradisos. Synex is an inside agent working against Frazier. Another mission complete. The enemy had fallen with resentment, their grip still clenched around an unnaturally sharp dagger. The blade hummed with whispers, a faint aura of madness clinging to its edge. Intrigued, she kept the blade for herself, never turning it in. She wasn't the only suitable corpus vessel. Escaping outright had crossed her mind. But that would have been too dull, too ordinary. What she wanted was to tear it all down. When the girl and her companion stopped her outside the city, the gears had finally begun to turn. At last, the wild card she'd been waiting for arrived. Oh, that's fucking sick art. The prey and the hunters are all in place. This farce is just one step from its climax. Wouldn't it be a shame to die before the grand finale? This life of mine, oh, I've got better plans for it. Okay. And that is the end of day 2. We will save day 3 for another stream. Let's check out our other dailies, do a BFL run real quick, and then we'll hop off. Synex video still isn't out, the Synex guide. I'm still working on that. I was going to release it earlier, but the that anniversary live stream news post took priority and kind of shifted the video upload schedules. So Synex guide's still coming eventually. I don't know when eventually is, but eventually. If I remember correctly, Sabella's friend took inheritance photo and promised to deliver it to the city. Synex killed him but left the photo for Horror to find. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm waiting for November 4th. Hell yeah, you and everybody else. Okay, I think the only thing we have to do... Oh, Oblivion Pit. No season available now, which means this will be available in like 11 minutes. But I'm not going to stick around for 11 minutes to do
Oblivion Pit stuff. I'll save the Oblivion Pit for when we have Augustus. That'll be a nice little testing ground. And also, I haven't finished Data Crevice yet, but we can also finish Data Crevice when we have Augustus, so we have things to play around with. So the only thing I really have to do is the Broken Frontline. So, thanks, idontcarel. I'll try to make it to your anniversary stream. Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to be, but it's definitely going to be the pools. And I imagine that's going to take a while because we've got like 300 pools to go through. And then like the initial testing, which since it releases on a Tuesday, the BFL boss will be the magic boss. So we can't do anything with Hela. So it will only be Augustus testing. Hey, Spencer, thanks for the 2. Thanks, brother. I appreciate you. Super, super cool of you. That'll go directly towards the potential Augustus pools. Okay, interesting. Synex, true damage plus 30%. Blood Oath lasts basically the entire stage, and the enhanced normal attack doubles the attack speed bonus. Huh. Yeah, it'll only be Tuesday when like the event goes live, so I'll only be able to test on Wisteria Wrath. But obviously Wednesday, Thursday, we'll come back and do the others. We'll also run through ROTD. We'll run a few story stages. We'll run through Mania training if we have the time for it. What else is there to test? A peak path test. We'll try our peak path. Why not? But yeah, there's lots of places to test her. She'll be fun. And we'll be able to get a little bit of Hela testing in there, but not as much because she won't be available in BFL due to the magic boss. You know what? I haven't tried this with Arcane Crit yet. Oh wait, we have an 11 buff. Never mind. Let's do Crit 11. And let's try that. Crit 11 sounds fun. Okay, Crit 11 will keep the main pieces, but we do need Hugo. And we do need Jelena. Who else is on the... Millie LL replaceable people? Do I have core breaking? No, I just have 11. Okay, so I need some core breaking. Which tells me I should bring Millie. Millie or Infer. Probably Millie. Okay, in battle, all 11 with her crime brand. Stargazer, obviously. Jelena, yep. Hugo, you need your stuff. Looks good, looks good. You don't have anything on for some reason. There's Pyro Rebirth. Now Hugo's missing a crime brand randomly. Oh, no, that's not Hugo either. There we go. What can I put in slot 2? Oasis. Yes, thank you. I need Yin Yang. I would have totally forgot Yin Yang. But good news, Yin Yang also helps with the core breaking, so that solves the problem that we were going to have anyways. Thank you. I would have totally tried running Arcane Crit without Yin Yang. Oh my god, that would have been embarrassing. What the fuck is this song? Oh, this is Echo's song. Jesus Christ, I wonder it's so creating. Hey, I've done it more times than I can count, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, put up the 2 orbs. Get that off. That off. Hit that guy. And then the 4th cast goes into the corner. And none of that gave Yugo any stacks because it all was too cheap. Big Ruffoo. Oh, there's a lot going on. God, this team is so hard to play. There's too many like moving parts here for me to do this in an organized fashion, and I need that sprite to spawn somewhere else. It's one of the reasons last clear was so difficult. I was trying to play around the sprite, and I couldn't really. Okay, hit that. Hit that. Hit the corner. Wait a second, hit that. Double Stargazer. Go ahead and pop that. Hit the corner. Hit this guy again. Grab all of the flower petals. Can't even see the 3rd one. I think I grabbed it. Okay, I cleared the corner. I think it's safe to do this. Hit that corner one more time, and then I can ECB. I never used Jelena. No, my damage, it's so bad. Not what I meant to do. Okay, well I forgot to Jelena ECB, so my damage is shit. Yeah. Alright, let's try that one more time. This is way harder than just running Reforged summons, by the way. Okay, that's one petal. Where are the other petals? Doesn't matter, I can't move anymore. And Eve died. Holy shit. I thought this was gonna be fun, instead it's just masochistic. Masochistic. Oh, there's nobody holding this guy in place. I gotta use that instead. Get that guy weakened. Get this guy weakened. Get this prepped for a few reasons. Need this guy in the corner to die. I need everything to die. Okay, the yin-yang thing popped off. Now I can kill these two in the corner and then I can go crazy. So let's go ahead and go crazy real fast. Forgot to pick up the pedals. Oh well. It'll have to do. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Get the fuck out of here. Use that. Pick these up. Now that's too late. And beat the shit out of them. Wow. Damage is still non-existent. Holy shit. Oh, did Jelena die? That explains it. Here, I'll just do that. Yeah. Yeah, and to be fair, I'm like trying to run 2 teams at once. It's not usually... I wouldn't recommend this. But we're trying to have fun with it. But you're right, this boss definitely fucking hurts. Forgot to Jelena. Or sorry, forgot to Ying Ying. I think there's a second spawn up here. I'm going to try and catch that if I can. Yeah. I'm going to cast another one to defeat him real quick. Because now that he's down, that back corner's going to spawn in. I forgot to grab all of the little flowers, and because I forgot to grab the flowers, Ying Ying fell. Jeez. Okay. Yes, let me... Hold on. Because I'm giving people the wrong idea. Let me just run like a classic Reforged 11 comp and show you what this actually looks like. It's not nearly this stressful. Because I'm definitely giving people the wrong idea with this chaotic ass gameplay. Here's what it's actually supposed to look like. Oh, my battery's really dying now. Why am I not capped on milli energy yet? There it is. Okay, that's what it's actually supposed to look like. But running the arcane crit makes it significantly more complicated. Also, I'm running weaker sinners that don't have Shin backing them up. So... yeah. And that's not perfect. I can get that 5k higher if I'm like focused and playing it perfectly, but I did a lot of things wrong there. Like I forgot to pick up the pedals. I was really late on the melee ult, so I didn't get the melee buff fast enough. So I had to delay 11's ECB a lot. Like I did a lot of little things wrong there. If you want to see perfect clears, it's in the Reforged Summon Guide. That's like the best I could get out of those clears. But this was me just like, you know, first time off the ripping it, so... that's what Reforged Summons is supposed to look like. You can mix and match Arcane Crit and Reforged 11. I don't recommend it, though. It gets messy. You saw how messy it gets. But, God, I love 11's skin. It's just so gorgeous. And the squids are cute. Okay. So I think I'm going to call it a day there. Again, we'll be back sometime between now and Tuesday. We'll be back to finish the Synex story. I'm not sure when. Tomorrow, I haven't decided yet, but I might do a non-Paths to Nowhere stream. Might play the Outer Worlds 2. I think that releases tomorrow. Let me double check before I eat my words. Outer Worlds 2. It comes out, yeah, tomorrow. So we might check out Outer Worlds 2 tomorrow. See if that's any good. But, again, we'll be back before Tuesday to finish this out. And then we got the anniversary stream Tuesday. So I will see you guys then. Peace.